friends, welcome one more time to FHP Books. I am Felix, and on my website fhpbooks.com I publish film reviews, film critics, film analysis, commentaries about the movies that I have been watching lately. One of these movies is The Desperate Hours. Desperate Hours is a great film, a great movie from 1955 by William Wyler, starring great actor Humphrey Bogart. I didn't knew William Wyler before. It's the first movie of this director that I have watched, but Humphrey Bogart is a great classic, a great actor. We know him from Casablanca, we know him from The Treasure of Sierra Madre, and this is a great masterpiece, The Desperate Hours. There has been also a remake I think in the 90s, in the early 90s, there has been a remake of this film that I have not watched, but I think the original one, the classic one, is the best. From that, what I have been reading about the movie, about the movies, about the original one and the remake. So, The Desperate Hours tells us the story of a middle-class family from the 50s, from Indianapolis, that they live in a house in the outskirts of the city, a house with a garden. They are a very normal family, a very peaceful, common family with the father, Daniel Hilliard. It's the Hilliard family, so we have the father, Daniel, the wife, Nettie, I believe was her name, and the daughter, a teenager girl or young girl, the daughter, the older daughter, and the small son, the small boy, named Ralphie. But he wants to be called Ralph because he is also a guy who wants to take some responsibility and to act more like an adult and so on. So he wants to call Ralph. That's the protagonist family, the Hilliard family. So, and then they have all a peaceful relation. They live very peacefully in Indianapolis and so on. And then there is a gang of bandits that have escaped from prison, and these bandits, they take the family as hostage in their own house. They erupt in the house of the Hilliard family and they take the family as hostages. And this gang is composed by the leader, who is Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart plays the role of the leader of the gang. And we have also his younger brother and a third guy named Kovish, who is very brutal. He's a very brutal character, very wild, savage guy. And these three criminals, they erupt in the house of the Hilliard and take them as hostages. This is practically the story of Desperate Hours. And the leader of the gang, Humphrey Bogart, is waiting for his girlfriend to come and bring them money and bring them a new car to continue their escape from justice. Because the police of the state, the police is looking for them everywhere. The police has they are a very dangerous gang. They are very dangerous, Humphrey Bogart and his guys. And the police is looking for them everywhere, but they are hiding there. They are hiding all the time in the house of this family, and they take them as hostages, and they are waiting for the girlfriend of Humphrey Bogart to come and bring them the money and the new car. So this is the story this is the plot of the movie. And there are a lot of interesting psychological things going on, a lot of interesting dynamics between the characters. On the one side, we see, for instance, the relation between the father and the son, Mr. Hilliard and his son Ralphie, because the little guy, the little Ralphie, the boy, he is actually very brave. He is very brave. He wants to fight against these bandits, actually, and he is a little bit disappointed that his father does not take action from the very first moment. He's a very bit disappointed because he wants to see in his father this kind of example to follow, this kind of leader. He wants to see this leadership from his father, and he does not see that. He thinks that his father is too passive, and then he is disappointed in the beginning. But Mr. Hilliard is no coward. He is not a coward, but he is actually very cautious. He is very cautious because he does not want anybody from his family to be hurt. He does not want anybody from his family to be harmed, and therefore he is too cautious, maybe too cautious at the beginning, and the little boy is a bit disappointed with his father. And this dynamic, this relationship between father and son, the father is afraid, the boy is very brave, he wants to act, he wants to do something, he wants to fight against these bandits, he wants to kick them out of their house. And this dynamic, this psychologically very interesting relationship we see going on. We also see the dynamic between the bandits, between the group, between this gang with Humphrey Bogart and the other two guys. This is also very interesting because Humphrey Bogart, he's a ruthless guy. He's a very, very mean guy, but he has also this kind of responsibility. He has a lot of things to take care of. He has to take care about this family. He has to control these hostages, the hostage family, the Hilliard family, and at the same time he also has to control his own guys. He has to control his own gang, and this is not that easy because his younger brother, he is the least bad of the three guys. He is not that bad, and at the same time he develops some feelings for the daughter of the family, for the girl, for the girl of the Hilliard family, of the hostage family. And then there is the other guy, the Kovish, this Kovish guy, who is the complete opposite. He's absolutely an animal. He's absolutely brutal, and he is really mean guy. Really mean guy. So the leader of the gang, the leader of this trio of gangsters, of bandits, of kidnappers, the leader Humphrey Bogart has to take care, has to look to control his own people, his own gangsters. So not only the hostages, but also his own gang. So this is a very tense situation, a very tense situation, who is masterfully characterized by Humphrey Bogart and also by the scriptwriter. There is a masterful building of this suspense that we see going on. The relationship between the hostages, between the bandits, and among all of them, and at the same time also the situations of characters from the outside of the house, from the neighborhood, who want to visit the Hilliard family, and of course the bandits will not allow that because they want to hide from the outside, and they need to be undiscovered. And the woman, the girlfriend of Humphrey Bogart, is not coming. There has been some problems, and so the hours are going to be more than they originally thought, and this is why the hours develop in a sense of desperate hours. The hours become always more desperate, because originally the woman was supposed to come at midnight, but she does not come at midnight, so they continue all the night with this hostage stuff. And as I told you, it's a very very tense, a lot of suspense, a lot of intrigue. It's very well made, this movie. Film noir is a special film noir kind thriller by this director William Wyler. And watching this movie, I remembered also some other movies that I have been watching years before that have some similar subject, some similar plot. For instance, the movies that we can consider exploitation movies, Italian exploitation movies particularly, also have this kind of plot where some kidnappers, some ruthless criminals come to a house and take a family or take people from the house as hostages. But these exploitation movies have a lot more of graphic violence, have a lot more of explicit violence than this movie, Desperate Hours, because here we do not have this explicit violence, but we have a lot of tension, a lot of psychological tension, a lot of psychological intrigue, and psychologically it's very deep and very masterfully done, this suspense. So it also remembers to the plot of a great story, of which also has been made a movie. I'm talking about In Cold Blood. In Cold Blood is a novel by novelist Truman Capote, and this story was also made an adaptation for the big screen. There has been, I think, even two movies based in this novel, in Cold Blood by Truman Capote. And the story is similar. The story has a lot of parallelisms as well. And actually the story of In Cold Blood is based in true facts. The story of In Cold Blood happened in real life. And yeah, so this movie, Desperate Hours, absolutely masterfully made. Great film, great movie. I recommend it to you to watch it. And let me know what you think. Let me know if you have seen this movie, what you think about it, what your impressions are. Let me know about it, and thank you very much for your attention. If you want to read the critic that I have written about this movie, take a look at my blog, fhbbooks.com. There you can read my reviews, among others, also about this movie. And thank you very much for your attention, and see you the next time. Goodbye.